Welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm David Grossman. Great to be here on alltalktv.com at the kiosk, Dufferin and Steeles. You know, we will be moving soon. We just haven't figured out exactly where we're moving to. And as I tell you every week, when you tune in, we do welcome a live audience. We have some seating here. We have all our guests here, of course. Everybody happens to know each other because real estate industry is a small world. I mean, there's only 30,000 real estate agents after all, but seems that people know each other, especially the people who service the real estate industry. Let me tell you who we have in the studio today. Sitting with me here at the desk, I have Pamela LaBelle. She's the president of the Business Exchange, and we also have Michael Hyam, who's the Vice President of Business Development of the Business Exchange. Michael was on the show a few weeks ago, just before this exhibition that they had, where I was at. It was a great day. Went over there, met some terrific people, took in some great seminars, very inspiring. Some of the industry leaders who have hundreds of franchises. So we're going to talk to Pamela and Michael about their business. They have several magazines. The company's growing. They're expanding into New York, of all places, and they're doing extremely well. We have with us Gary Nuska is back again. Gary comes in once a month. We're so pleased to have him as a supporter of the show. We're going to be talking with Gary today about real estate websites again, great tools for real estate agents, security, and SEO. Well, I know Gary says we could probably spend 2 weeks just on SEO, but we don't have that much time, but we'll touch on it if we can. And I'll also tell you that Gary is going to be starting his own seminar series coming up very soon here on All Talk TV, which we're very excited about. We also have Randy McDonald from Heresy Email Services. And there's no mistake about it. He is a heretic. Well, anyhow, he steps out of the norm, and he does an incredible job with his emailing services. People talk about opt-in, opt-out. You're allowed to do this. You're not allowed to that. Well, he's doing it, and guess what? So many people are using his service. Everybody who comes in here practically is doing business with Randy. So that should be very interesting. Let's start off. Michael and Pamela, welcome. Thank you both very much for coming. Appreciate it. Pamela, let's start with you. These magazines, if I may, people I'm sure have seen them around. Business Exchange, Real Estate Exchange, and Business Exchange. Is this the new one?
In British Columbia.
In British Columbia. So you've moved already across Canada, soon to be moving into the U.S. Very exciting. Crossing the border. That's a big market over there.
It is.
Tell us about your company. How did it all start for you, and where are you headed?
Okay. I started the magazine in 1998. I was actually looking to buy a business, and I couldn't find the marketplace where businesses were being bought and sold. So after 3 months of searching, I decided I'm going to create the marketplace. I had no idea that realtors actually had businesses for sale. If you see a restaurant that's for sale, you don't see a sign out front with a RE/MAX sign.
True,
so,
that is true.
So I thought, I didn't realize that there was this whole marketplace, but at that time, the internet was not that popular. It was just emerging. You couldn't find all this information online. So I decided I'm going to create the marketplace, and people always ask me, do I have a background in publishing, or was I a real estate agent before? No, I just always had a passion for business and looking at business opportunities. And
so out of the blue, you decided to start this magazine.
I was looking for a business for sale, and I just could not find the marketplace.
Right.
So.
But you never had experience as a magazine publisher.
No.
Right.
No.
So that's pretty awesome to learn that business out of the blue. Really.
Yeah.
I understand you had the reason you had the motivation. So you really connected the dots. And you've got a great team. We had Michael in here, as well as I can't remember her name. Megan, your account manager, and you guys seem to be doing extremely well. Michael, tell us about this expansion into New York and the new magazine that you have coming up for commercial real estate in Toronto.
Well, actually, we're creating 2 new magazines. There's going to be the Commercial Exchange. So that's going to be an entirely brand new magazine with commercial properties for sale, land for sale, commercial development. So we're going to be expanding that across Ontario, actually in a couple months from now. So that should be huge, and it's going to assist in the real estate market as a whole. And then the New York magazine is Pat, actually, do you want to elaborate a little bit on New York?
Okay.
As to why you chose New York as opposed to a different city?
We kind of looked at the demographics, the proximity to our Toronto office. New York being only an hour flight away is convenient. The population base is 3 times the size of Toronto. And as well as just the demographics, a lot of new immigrants with the American dream coming to start looking for opportunities and looking to start businesses and create a life for their family. So I like the demographics of New York City and the population size. So.
Right, interesting. So that's the Business Exchange.
Yes.
What's the difference between these two? I guess one you said is British Columbia Business Exchange,
Yeah.
and this one is
For Ontario.
Ontario. So
Yeah.
this is pretty thick
Yeah.
magazine here. So, and the other new one is the
Commercial- it's coming
commercial.
out.
And that's going to be an Ontario
Yes.
magazine?
Yes.
Okay, terrific. So you've got all angles of the market covered.
Yes.
Michael, you were telling me something about something's going to be developing with a trade show.
Oh, yeah. We actually have some exciting things happening. I know when we last spoke, it was right before our last show. We've implemented a few new exciting things. First off, we've moved to the Direct Energy Center. Right, in past, our dates have always conflicted with other shows, so we were never able to secure the date we wanted to be within the Direct Energy Center. But now we got our dates, and we're going to be in the Direct Energy Center going forward. It's the newest, the most beautiful AAA facility in all of Canada as far as convention centers go.
Exciting.
So it just gives a real good feel and to the show itself. But also, we're adding a couple things in addition. You mentioned the seminars, right? So we are having a couple of keynote speakers that we're working on. We're still going to implement the conference. We're going to have anywhere between 40 to 50 different seminars happening throughout the weekend. So that's great. We've also added a new networking event. A lot of people like to network, as you mentioned a bit earlier. Everyone seems to know each other. And what we wanted to do is create that synergy where people can, also meet. Exhibitors can talk to each other. Exhibitors can talk to suppliers. They can network with each other, and then also have attendees in a much more informal sort of environment, right? Because when you're working a booth, you're sort of stuck in there, and,
Right.
and you're trying to prospect people as fast as you can, as many as you can. And with this networking event, we're offering drinks and appetizers in a much more casual sort of way to get people able to engage with each other.
Well, that's a nice. I was at a show recently, a Soho show, where I saw you guys. I don't know if you had some involvement with that show or not. I mean, I know you had a booth there, but there was a networking event in the evening, and that proved to be very productive. I met some very good people there.
Oh, good. Yeah. We've been doing business with Soho for a long time. They're from out in Vancouver. We go out to their shows over there too.
Yeah.
Right. Very nice. So when is your next show?
Our next show is April 27th and 28th, 2013. And then we also have our next show scheduled after that in Toronto, which is October 4th and 5th.
Okay, so you have a couple of shows.
Couple shows coming
so
up.
these are business exchange
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, I've had the pleasure of talking with one of your clients, Joel Friedman. In fact, he's coming in soon to do a video press release. But you've got some other real up-and-comers that we wanted to touch on today. Coffee Culture, who I've seen around. Tell us a little bit about Coffee Culture. What's the story with Coffee Culture?
Yeah, Coffee Culture is, they're actually owned by Obsidian Group. They're the guys who run Krabby Joe's and Union Burger. And they came out with a nice casual coffee concept. And they're slowly branching that out across the GTA in Ontario. And it's a nice new coffee concept. They're exhibiting at our franchise show coming, as well as all their other brands. And it's a nice place. I actually have one very close to my house in Maple, just by Highway 7 in Kiel.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a real nice location, freestanding building. It's really nice. Yeah, if you get a chance,
So
definitely
we
get
should
in there.
we should watch out for coffee culture. How many locations do they have currently?
You know what, off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Any idea, Pam?
I'm not sure, but I know they like to target their locations on the outskirts of the city.
Okay, gotcha. Watch out, Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Pizzaville? What's the story on Pizzaville?
Oh, excuse me. So Pizzaville, they're actually a newer advertiser that has come to the Business Exchange. I guess they noticed that there were a couple of different pizza franchises that were already advertising with us and garnering much success. You're showing right here on the front cover, we have Panago Pizza,
Right.
who utilize several marketing initiatives with us, including the magazine. And Pizzaville is, they want to expand more across Ontario. I'm sure everyone and their mother knows Pizzaville, but they just wanted to, show their dominance, and they're currently expanding across Ontario.
So they're looking to expand. Do you know how many locations they
You know
have
what?
currently?
I should have been
Not
better
too
prepared.
sure. Okay, maybe next time we'll get
so.
them out and they'll tell us.
Yeah.
So this is Commercial Exchange. So that's the new magazine.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to later on in the show. I mentioned Gary Nuska because he does a lot of stuff online with commercial real estate in ICI world. I'll tell you, he doesn't know this yet. He forced me to advertise, and I got a call. I'm working on a deal. It's supposed to close on Monday. He doesn't know that yet. I got a call the next day. So huge opportunities in this area, I think. So I'm excited that you guys are actually getting into that. I wish you much success with that. Silvana da Silva has this a property, which looks very nice. You want to tell us something about this commercial building for lease in Bracebridge?
Yeah, that building is actually the type of building that we're going to feature in the Commercial Exchange, right? So we're going to have all kinds of different commercial properties, land for lease, and she has this building which is available right now in Bracebridge. It's in a very populated area, I guess, of the populated area within Bracebridge, and anyone who has maybe a food franchise is able to take advantage of a building like that. And you're gonna, as soon as we have the commercial investor, we'll come back on, the Commercial Exchange. We're gonna bring that back on.
Sure.
And we're going to feature many properties like that.
Okay, terrific. And there's a 60-room hotel located. Is that part of the property or?
Oh no. That's a separate property. Yeah.
Okay, but that'll draw a lot of traffic
To
the
that
area.
specific.
Fully fixtured restaurant. Okay, very good. So maybe we'll have Silvana in here one day too, and she can tell us more about that. So anyway, I just want to say that it's really a pleasure to have you both here.
Thank you
because
very much.
I meet with a lot of people, and I'll tell you that you see some people are going up and some people are going down. And it's easy to blame, the economy's this way, the economy's that way, it's not the right time for this. But obviously you can see people like yourselves, you have a vision, you see an opportunity, you go for it, and there's no excuses in life. There's only opportunities if you want to go for them. So it's terrific to be associated with, to have you guys on the show. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Very much appreciated. Okay, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to talk to Randy McDonald coming up right after the break from Heresy Email Services, and a little bit later on, Gary Nuska. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for watching.